be to war when there's peace. That's the way it goes, it's the nature of the beast. Showing devils hidden in the shadows, exposed by the light, exploding in the battles. Glory be to war when there's peace. Gory mangled bodies of deceased. Humans are the devil, ponder on the notion of ocean set in motion, boiling the ocean. Glory be to war when there's peace. That's the way it goes, it's the nature of the beast. Showing devils hidden in the shadows, exposed by the light, exploding in the battles.
Online at pimpyk.com, exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. It's The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
I don't know what the big deal is. I really don't.
Alright, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
Alright, look. Alright, look. Here's the... Alright, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
Alright, look.
Okay, here's the deal.
Alright, look. Here's the deal.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? This is episode 2 of The Deal. I, of course, am Villarreal, joined always as with the mastermind behind all the magic, Mr. Pimpy K himself. Sir, how are you?
What's going on? What's going on, baby boy?
We are hoping to go a little more smooth. And episode 1 was pretty smooth. It wasn't bad.
I don't know if I want to fucking talk about it.
It's not cursed like your show. So
dude, I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You have angered fucking somebody. I know that.
The fact that your show just started is just fucking
yeah, I know, right?
Picking at me like a fucking grotesque sore that's just pussing out the ears, man.
We just hit a button and my shit starts, and you hit a button and fucking your accounts are hacked into.
I hit all the buttons, so what the fuck is the difference?
I do not know, but we're gonna jump right into it. As always, we want to remind you, Twitter at ChadVilly. That's at ChadVilly. The email is Villarreal, VILLARREAL at pimpyk.com. All the details and all that good stuff you can find at pimpyk.com. That is the home base for the PMVN Pimpy K Multiverse Network. Excuse me. So definitely holler at us. We definitely want to address any situations, problems you guys got. But as for today, we don't have anything on that feed, which is good because as I told.
Also, I got a few other things that I realized. One is right before the show's launched, I actually set up a feedback at pimpyk.com that I tended to use for those. So you can also send stuff to that. That's kind of the generalist email for any questions, complaints, bitch fests, whatever, what have you.
And we got the blog thing. What's the word I'm looking for?
The chat.
Chat. Thank you.
Yeah, but I tell you this. You know what I noticed when I was going back and reviewing episode 1 of The Deal is people were actively chatting through the chat on YouTube on the stream channel.
Oh, okay.
So when you go to the stream channel on YouTube, people are actually in there, talking shit and fucking clowning on each other, and that's the type of activity that I expect out of our fan base.
Well, yeah, absolutely. That's what we would do. So
absolutely.
But yeah, definitely. I mean, take that shit to go do the pimpyk.com and do that on the live show chat, and that way we can chime in because we'll talk shit about us.
That is on the radio section, the PMVN radio section of the website.
PMVN radio. Click on that shit. You should be able to find your way there.
HTTP.
And of course we've got //
That's the one with 2 dots and not a dot and a comma.
It's not the one you use for your winky smiley face.
That's right.
But today, because we don't have anything from you guys yet, I trust that'll be coming. But it's good because as I was saying before we just went on air, I've got some bitching to do today. And
what's new?
Right. I have been in a special mood today, and some shit has just been irritating me. And what's beautiful is that this lovely gentleman to my right puts a microphone in front of my face, so I get to bitch about it.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm 100% sure that that's the reason we started this to begin with.
That is 150% the reason we did, yeah.
Well, by all means, my man, you have the floor.
All right, so let's get right into it, kids. I'm going to touch very briefly, and not to downplay the severity of the situation by any means, but of course, on a serious note.
Will you make a promise that when you touch me, it won't be briefly?
Oh, you can bank on that, homie.
Awesome.
I brought all sorts of weird shit. But anyways, we'll get to that
Starting
in a minute.
with the check?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I like...
She doesn't know yet.
Okay.
But this...
it's a secret.
I'm sure everybody knows. Everybody knows about it. There was yet another fucktard in Southern California that decided that he couldn't deal with his bullshit, so he was going to get a gun, and he was going to shoot innocent people.
So that was just one guy?
I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't know. And the reason I don't know,
I mean, why would you?
I intentionally avoid these things, and I'll tell you why.
Oh yeah, when I see those things pop up, I don't no interest in reading into them.
It makes me just want to walk around and bitch slap idiots all fucking day.
And don't you get the feeling sometimes that when you pay attention to that shit, you're just glorifying
it's like you're
sad
giving
virgin WoW player.
Yeah, you're giving it credit. You're giving it worth.
Off with the fact that women find him grotesque and never wanted to fuck with him anymore.
Listen, I'm super sorry that no one picked you for the kickball team. And I'm super sorry that you went to the dance with your mom or your sister or your cousin.
He got picked once, but I
believe
he was the kickball.
Yeah, trust me. If I could meet you face to face, I would shake your hand just to fill out range, and I would squarely punch you in the face because you're a piece of shit. Yeah, you're just a piece of shit, and you're a coward. And the fact that you have the ability to apply 12 pounds of pressure with your finger and fire a weapon doesn't make you good. And the only good thing about these stories is they generally end with you either getting shot by the police officers or you shoot yourself.
Right.
So I'm not going to give this a lot of time because you're not worth a lot of time. You're a piece of shit.
Exactly.
Heart goes out to the families. I can't imagine what that's like, but I felt I needed to mention it, so I have. I'm not going to give this fucktard any more credit than that, so I hope you enjoy burning in hell.
Well, I respect your term of endearment.
Yeah,
you're turning.
Did he end up dead? Shit. Did he end up dead? Do we even know?
I told you, I don't even really read into that shit.
I really hope he survived, and he just spends the next 40 years getting pounded in the ass in prison.
When I see that shit on the internet, man, I pretty much just turn it on. If there's no pictures of dead people, then I move on to the next fucking subject.
Yeah, we are morbid creatures. But anyways, so that's that. Moving on to my next real subject. Oh wait, we got to hit this real quick. Okay.
Obviously, it wasn't the real subject.
As a special treat, just before we went on air.
Wait, before you get started, can I ask you one question?
Absolutely.
What was her name again?
Anna.
Anna, can you do me a big favor, please?
We have the lovely Anna off camera in the house, ladies and gentlemen. You're not welcome because you don't get to see her, but we do.
I typically wouldn't just ask somebody off camera to play utility person and grab
she was on
a
camera
beer,
briefly,
but she had the audacity to spill a beer when she got here, and
just breaking into place.
And although I told her that everything was completely fine and shit happens, I was really pissed off. But I knew the best thing to do was just wait till we were on the air to explain it.
That's beautiful. Well, let's make Anna feel better about her beer incident.
Sorry about that. Go ahead, digress.
We all remember the Miss Teen USA of 2007 from South Carolina. I'm sure that everyone listening to my voice has heard this poor girl's answer. I don't remember exactly what the question was, but it does not matter. There's an article talking today about how she has had to struggle with ridicule and how she's dyed her hair. She's gone to a brunette now.
She's Casey Anthony?
And yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She's got about that might be a little rougher situation.
Oh, I thought that's who you were talking. I really wasn't listening to you. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's fine. But she's now 26 years old, and the article is basically talking about the struggle she's had over this, this thing that we all got to chuckle over, and it's really affected her. And I'm not going to give that any credence or credit because, well, whatever. But what they did do is they transcripted the answer that she gave, and as a special treat to the listeners.
They did it like grammar and like specific spelling and all?
Yeah, it's got it all, man.
Like if she said something fucked up, they spelled it in a fucked up way to be read that way?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I can't wait
to
hear this.
And they didn't do the entire thing, I don't think. I think it looks like they just did part of it.
Just the good part.
But as a treat, I feel like I should, at this point,
if you're going to read it,
I think I should give it to the listeners.
You better read it in a very sexy voice.
Oh, I'm about to turn everybody on. Don't even worry about that.
You've already started. So.
Yeah. Here we go.
Oh, shit.
So the question was something in regards to the education standards around the world and in the U.S. and blah, blah, blah. Actually, I think it was just in the U.S. Oh, here we go. Okay, so the question was,
The fact that we even have standards here blows my mind.
Why she thought a fifth of Americans couldn't locate the U.S. on a world map. That was the question, okay? Why the fifth of Americans could not locate U.S. on a world map.
I'll remember this now.
Here we go. Let me get into character. All right, I'm good. I've been drinking a little bit, so that's fine. I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, yeah, I said the Iraq, everywhere, like such as, this was Miss Upton's reply at the time, continuing, I believe that our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries, so we will be able to build up our future for our children.
Beautiful.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
You know what the sad thing is? Because I'm such a horrible reader, when I read, that's what actually inputs into my brain. So I kind of understood that, I think, on a level that most people want it.
It's more challenging than you would think to read that.
After all, I am a product of the American learning institutions. So,
now, granted, I've never been to the Iraq. I think it's near the Ohio State University. I'm not 100% on that. But there again, if we could get our education in the Asian countries, then I would know that, I guess. But
I'm Kareem Abdul.
To Kate Upton,
the Ohio State Buckeyes.
You're probably going to have numerous houses and cars and God knows what else bought for you because you're a gorgeous girl. So I'm sorry. I don't feel really sorry for you. So,
hey, well,
Kate Upton, good luck with it, sweetie.
She is hot.
Dye your hair whatever color you want to. Nobody gives a shit.
I have mixed reviews about her. I know you weren't about to talk about
Aniston?
Her, yeah, you know, Aniston, she's one of those chicks. You know, she's one of those chicks that she's pretty much, you know, she's good looking most of the time, but I'm always on the fence about it.
Yeah, she was one of those ones that, like, when she was, like, in the Friends days and all that shit, dude, I was like,
she's always had this thing, and I could just never...
And then she got older, and I was like, she's getting hotter, she gets older, and then all of a sudden they started getting really sketchy.
Oh, that naked scene, that ass scene in the breakup?
Oh, the breakup, yeah.
Dude,
I wanted to punch Vince Vaughn right in the junk.
I like that side of her. I think that's where the argument is I like that side of her.
You hate to see her... you hate to see her go, but you love to watch her leave, something like that?
It's sort of like Amy... what was her name from Parks and Rec? Is it Amy Poehler?
Yeah. Yeah, that's another one.
She's not pretty.
Tina Fey,
she's kind of got this thing too.
Yeah.
It's where they're not pretty, but they're so close to pretty, you just want them to be. Like, you hope that one day she'll turn a corner and you'll catch a side of her.
You'll be like, I knew it. Fucking knew it.
But then when she faces you, it's like, fuck, it's Amy Poehler.
You're like, shit, you're still here.
I mean, don't get me wrong, she's funny as fuck. I love that shit.
Well, you know, that's the Tina Fey thing. Tina Fey's so smart and powerful and talented. I think that bleeds into her, how you see her.
But when you get that camera angle that shows that chin scar, oh no, she looks like she should be in prison.
Eventually you're going to roll over one morning and be like, oh shit, you're not funny right now.
No, I don't think she's one of those.
Or maybe we're just assholes. I don't know. It's
Adele would be one of those.
Yeah, she was on the Rolling Stone recently.
God forbid she rolls over.
Yeah, she looked freaking great on the Rolling Stone cover. Granted,
no, man, she's a pretty big girl. She's got a gorgeous voice,
and her voice is badass. Yeah,
I actually like her. I don't know why. She's definitely the type of fat chick that I would take home from the bar if I was really sloppy drunk.
Well, there you go, Adele.
And it really,
put that on your list of accomplishments.
That one. It wasn't her, but
I got a Grammy. Pimpy K said you take me home from a bar, so that's cool.
That check box came straight out the old bucket wish list a long time ago, bud.
Oh goodness. Yeah. So in case you haven't noticed, this segment's not going to contain anything of substance after we spoke about the poor people in South California. But
name one segment that has.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping to accomplish that. It's let's see, we started a couple minutes late, so let's go another couple minutes before we take a break. But I do have a segment. I'm going to spend the entire second segment on the subject of the word perception and why it makes me violently angry. It makes me want to punt kittens. Nothing against kittens. I wouldn't actually do it to a kitten, but
that's awesome though. Punting kittens.
It probably would be kind of cool to watch once. Like if you could numb them first or something. I don't know.
What color are the kittens? Well, I better be careful. I might end up on a billboard.
Yeah, no shit. Well, we're about to get busted for being a racist. Yeah, everybody remembers that episode 1. I still think that's the brilliant campaign by the brilliant folks in Brazil.
You didn't understand what I was saying. It was kind of a cheesy plug, but what I was trying to say is you need to find their Facebook. Their group or whatever it is, and post a link to the show, and then like put the time when we start talking about that. But then again, after I watched back, I said a couple things that could get me on a billboard. So I've changed my mind about that since then.
Hey man, as long as we get on a billboard, who gives a shit why, right?
Look, I wasn't like just being blunt and nasty racist. I think I called you a wetback about 2 minutes after we talked about how racism sucks.
I know, right? Yeah.
And listen to me, just everybody that knows me knows that one of my biggest pet peeves is bigotry. You know that about me.
Yeah, man. It's all context and who it's coming from.
But you got to know that if this is a book or a group that was born on Facebook, half of those motherfuckers are trolls. So they're just looking for any inch of anything to put a motherfucker on a billboard.
Well, yeah, and there's so many people now, these social activists they're just looking for like I call them green words or go words.
I thought you were about to say green card. That would have definitely got us on the billboard.
But you can't talk about working on your car and having to change the slave cylinder without somebody going, "Oh my God, you said slave. You're a piece of shit. You entitled white male."
I would have said, "I'm sorry, but I took the master slave cylinder out first."
The master slave cylinder just so happened to let the slave cylinder in the house. It's not my fault.
Oh, so it's a house cylinder.
Yeah, no. I made it super racist,
yeah. We're on the billboard now.
Yeah, we just made the billboard. But, I don't. Here's what, I'm glad you said this.
That's a good house cylinder idea.
I'm glad you said this because I thought about talking about this on the show tonight and I decided against it, but fuck it. It presented itself.
Oh, Jesus.
I'm so fucking tired of hearing or seeing. Okay, I am, my mom's like Scotch Irish, which is, code for we're not sure but we're white.
This is his way to win the white people
and
back.
then my dad is full blood Hispanic, so that's the Mexican side, what have you.
Viva la raza.
Yeah, word. He speaks more Spanish than I do, but anyways, I don't understand. If somebody walked up to me pissed off and stared at me and said you're a spick, I don't know that that's going to affect me like at all. I'd probably laugh. I mean, it's kind of funny, or you can call me a cracker, or you can call me whatever, but when I see like guys that I know, black friends of mine who, they drop the M-bombs, and I understand. I'm not going to say it because I'm not comfortable saying it, but I don't think that if I did, they would shit their pants and be like, oh my God, you're a piece of shit all of a sudden. It's always some guy in a bow tie and $4,000 spectacles in a fucking $8,000 suit that's talking to me about how I don't understand that, what it means when you say that word and the struggle he goes through.
You frequently get visited by 1978
Muslims?
No.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it ain't 1978. Their fashion sense has not changed, bro.
Muhammad Ali's coming back into conversation.
They're still rocking those fucking bow ties. But just today I was listening, I was watching that clip.
It's been my experience lately that only pretentious pricks have been wearing bow ties. Like, if you look at Muslims, if you look at the media, other than Holmes, from the whole how Fox found like one Democrat, but he was a weaselly looking guy that was easy to pick on and not like.
He's an infiltrator.
And then of course, they said this is a fair and balanced show. We've got a Democrat and we've got a Republican and their co-hosts. Right. Yeah, well, your Republican is this like handsome middle-aged man, well dressed, and the Democrat is this weaselly little ugly guy with glasses and a fucking bow tie.
Yeah, like he just got kicked off of a playground for staring too much.
I never understood that, man.
That's like saying that we have a fair and balanced show because you're Asian and I'm black. We're not. Dude, we can say it all we want to, but
I watched a video the other day, and I know you've seen this before, and I just want to bring it up because just about the whole Fox News bullshit. And it was when I'm gonna brain fart on his fucking name. What's his name on the Daily Show? Fucking Jonathan Stewart. Yeah. Went on O'Reilly and just ripped O'Reilly a new one.
Yeah.
Or then he went.
He'd been waiting for that.
Then he went on the hardball. Or not hardball, but the cross whatever. Crossfire.
Yeah. With Chris, whatever his name, Chris, whatever guy.
See, now here's the funny thing. Here's how you could tell that CNN's the more liberal one because their Republicans a weaselly little bitch,
right? Exactly.
And their Democrats like a handsome guy. You know what I mean? Like it's so fake. But anyway, the reason I brought that up was, look, I understand the history behind the words, and I've seen the words said. In a way that I know had to be hurtful. I know. You know what I'm saying? I know. But at the end of the day, they're just fucking words. And it's the media. Everybody
it's media and individuals that give it power.
Everybody keeps saying, to end racism, we have to keep it in the forefront. We have to continue to talk about it. No, bullshit. Let it go.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. I mean, if you're going to let that shit get to you.
Morgan Freeman said it best. They asked him, what do you think is the best way to stop racism? Stop talking about it?
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is that I think the people that are making the biggest stink about it,
he wants to get rid of all the history months. Like he's like, get rid of Black History Month, get rid of Hispanic this, and
right?
Let's just have days where we celebrate being Americans and not being part of the machine's social divide.
It's a little fucked up that the shortest month of the year is Black History Month. Okay, I'll give them that one. But
fucking billboard, man. I hope they let me pose.
I just want to be on a billboard in Brazil.
Dude, I heard that racist piece of shit joke around the same era of the fucking basketball on the food stamp and the work boots.
Oldie but a goodie. But no, I agree, man.
Those are interchangeable for every race these days.
Oh, they are, and that's the thing.
Bums all over the place.
The only reason those words have any power is if you let them have power. I mean, somebody could walk up to me and go, "Chad, you're a filthy spick."
That's the point, though.
And,
but the media realizes they have to create the frenzy because if they don't have anything to report on.
Well, and I'll tell you, another thing that's kind of weird is, like I said, the social activists are just waiting for somebody to slip up and say a word like that so they can go shit their pants and make a big campaign out of it.
But see, that's all part of the machine, though.
But you know who's been surprisingly quiet as these last, in recent I can't place a time on it. I'd have to, the fucking ACLU. I haven't heard a peep out of those fuckers in a while.
Oh, dude, they've got some weird shit going on. Like, there was like one of their big members was this chick. She was born white. But over the years,
no, she was in the NCAA NCAA, NAACP.
Here
Sorry,
comes the billboard.
She got a hell of a layup though.
But she was. They're defending her because at first the NAACP
because she identifies as black.
Right, they weren't going to kick her out because they were like, she's done great things.
Yeah, she's evidently been pretty successful.
And then after a bunch of pressure from, and this is the only reason I bring this up is because this is the one thing I've heard of.
Right.
But they actually have her back, and at the beginning, so did the leaders of the NAACP, and then eventually, I guess, so much pressure from the black community, they were like, no, we don't want her. She's a cracker.
Well, she at some point,
I'm sure somebody said that at least.
I'm sure somebody. I'll say it.
She's
a fucking cracker. Yeah. I just think she's got something wrong with her mentally. I mean, if you identify with black people, then hang out with black people. That's fine, but you don't get to say you're black. I'm sorry.
No, listen, I've met many of people that are like that, and unfortunately, the problem with the youth in America is that there's nothing wrong with being part of black culture. Shit, dude, I'm heavily fucking heavily inducted into black culture. I do hip hop.
I'm a fucking rap recording artist. Yeah, exactly.
I've done shows, and I mean, I've been exposed to this community where it kind of changes the way you talk, the way you carry yourself.
Right.
A lot of that stuff kind of curves and just in its natural little balance. But we got a problem with the youth in this country where they feel like the only way that they can be indoctrinated into the black culture is to act like a fucking thug. And what's shitty and horrible about that,
the people they're trying to hang out with don't agree with that.
It's a slap in the fucking face to black people.
No, it absolutely is,
because they're trying to portray themselves as for the black culture, and they're acting like fucking thugs, as if to say
life isn't Malibu's Most Wanted.
As if to say all black people are fucking thugs.
Yeah.
And that's a huge slap in the face. And
the reason you're not getting accepted is because you don't understand what you're trying to quote unquote be a part of.
We got to cut out to a break here in a second. Let me explain the first time I actually saw this, and it was when I moved to the South. A lot of you guys know I'm from the fucking West Coast, the most liberal part of the world.
That's why you speak more Spanish than me.
Not only am I from the West Coast, but I'm from fucking Los Angeles. It's probably the most liberal, next to San Francisco, the most liberal city in the world. Well, the most liberal corridor in the world, I guess you could say, from the grapevine of down to the fucking Los Angeles and San Diego, all that shit. I never heard the word wigger once until I moved here. And we had guys that I guess fit that profile, but they hung out with like other black dudes and maybe some Hispanic dudes, but they were just, they sagged their pants and they were into hip hop and blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. And back in the early 90s, like the rock kids weren't sagging their pants and shit. Eventually all the kids were doing it, but like,
then it became like a skater thing for a while.
Exactly.
And whatever else, yeah.
Well, here's the thing. When I moved here, there was the first time I heard the wiggers. It's like, oh, those are the wiggers. And it was just a bunch of them hanging out with themselves. They didn't even have a black dude in their clique.
Well, that's what I was going to say. That's what I think of.
Black folks are like, this motherfucker's a stupid.
Yeah, that's what I think of as a guy who's trying to take on all these characteristics, but doesn't actually hang out with anybody that's black. But hey, I tell you what, let's cut this because I want to keep talking about this some more. But let's go ahead and get this break in because we're running super long.
We can do that.
Yeah, go ahead and do your thing. Guys, thank you for tuning into The Deal. Again, I'm Villarreal, Pimpy K, joining me, running, making all this shit happen. If not, I'm just sitting here talking to myself, and I look dumb that way.
You're watching The Deal with Villarreal right here on
We'll be back, bitches.
When life gives you lemons, cut them in half and rub them on your nipples, then charge people to watch. The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Greetings, creeps. It's your old pal, known to all you fright fiends as America's most haunted. I'm here once again with some cryptic remarks.
Yeah, this is the story of Damien Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. I do it all fake blood, got machetes. I like me some Michael, love me some Freddy and Jason. I'm basically singing, I'm sick. And the kids that don't like me can all eat a dick. And that's all of these kids from the tip to the top of this cul-de-sac, caught in this miserable spot of suburbia, learning the ways of a murderer. Tell them my name next day, never heard it. You're swerving the path of the righteous and wholesome. I'm scoping on something not like us approaching. When it's here, all of y'all gon' be sorry. You'll ask me for help, I'll remind you of parties. I showed up, you blowed up and knocked me around. Finger flipped, I'm content just to watch you go down.
This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. Welcome to
2010. It's fall and it's showing, it's cold I suppose, and the wind steady blowing. Been hoping for something to happen for months and no luck then. All of a sudden I'm rushed by a group of some angry teenagers. Their eyes get to glowing and then shit gets stranger. They growling, it's something like ancient Arabian. All I know's I don't know what they're saying. Then boom, go the tip of the brick that I carry. It chips, so I dip to the house where there's various tools for surviving a similar climate. In game when the dead get to rising, I kicked in the door of the house where I stay in it. Oh my God, what's that sound in my basement? It's scratching the walls, moans and a pause. Off come the door, so I bolt down the hall.
This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me.
Okay, so my dad's trying to kill me. Fuck that shit, is grisly, he's grabbing, but somehow he missed me. I'm shifting and reaching the door to my room where I stash me a cash to prepare for the doom. No gloom as I'm yanking a blade off the wall, then shanking and shanking and shanking me fall. Now it's back down the hall, I'm assessing the deal. See my brother's eyeballs on the dresser for real. Shit is fucked up, but I kinda lucked up though. Spent my whole life waiting for the show, now it's no time. Broke 9 panes of glass out from the gun rack. Read a 12 gauge pump and a slugs at. Mushroom in the back of the noggin. A flask of the whiskey to put me on charge. And charge out the door for the fight with the old gods. That's it, that's the end of the prologue.
This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me. This is the story of Damien and Truly. I spend my days at the movies and horror's the main ones that move me.
PMVN Radio, streaming online at pimpyk.com.
All right, guys, we got Nicolas Savino and Jay Side. They got a little reggae collab. You're hearing it right here on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
Pimpy K.
Yeah.
2, ready, go. I've been drifting on this road for too long, searching for my soul. We are one world, one planet, one people, one all. The universe unfolds. Well, life carries on when we ride upon the waves. Life carries on when we ride upon the gravity to the path we find. Ignite your fire, burn righteously. Ignite your fires, burn righteously. Paint or raise your torches, the path you find. Raise your torches to the path you find. And I've been drifting on this road far too long, searching for my soul. The sun is shining down upon this one world, one universe unfolds. Life carries on when you rise above the flame. Oh, when life carries on, when we ride upon the gravity to the path you find. Ignite your fire, burn righteously. Ignite your fires, burn righteously. Say, raise your torches, the path you find. Hey, hey, raise your torches, the path you find. Yeah, what's up?
When the going gets tough, just quit. Here's the deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K multi.
Sorry about that. Sorry, guys. We're still kicking off the training wheels and learning, so we just lost track of time. So
won't you go ahead and tell them the truth?
Oops.
They were outside smoking
We were
crack.
outside fucking running our mouths and smoking crack, and we had to get rid of a dead hooker. But we're back. So you're back. We're on the deal. I am Villarreal. Of course, Pimpy K to my right, making all this shit happen. I want to throw this in real quick before we move on. We were talking about the Brazilian campaign. If you missed episode 1, there's an organization in Brazil that is freaking genius. And basically what they've done is they use the location setting or whatever the fuck it is. I'm not a computer guy. But when you post something on Facebook, it has a location tag to it, more or less. These guys have found a way to track that, what have you. So if you put something stupid and racist up, they go and they buy a billboard nearby where you posted it from, and they put your post up on the billboard, and they very lightly blur your face and your name.
That is the that's the real world way of tagging somebody in a photo, I think.
Yeah, so if you say some ignorant shit one night,
over the fucking house,
you might go outside and find a billboard that's got your face and your name slightly blurred with your comment. But the people that are doing that, this is a little excerpt I grabbed, but it's CRIOLA, Criola. They are a non-government organization that defends the rights of black women in Brazil. They developed the billboards alongside with agency W, the number 3, HAUS. So W3 Haus, but it's all one word. Find those cats on social media and tell them that they're doing something awesome, because that's pretty freaking hilarious, and it's also pretty cool.
As I said last night, I definitely approve their message.
Yeah, that is dope, and anything we can do to try to curb ignorant people, I'm all for. So Criolla and W3 Haus, well done, keeping Brazil real.
Like the avocado.
Word.
Is it spelt like the avocado?
I don't know. Yeah, I think it is actually. Yeah. HAUS.
The page is down now, so you have no idea what the fuck it is you're talking
about. It's W3 Haus. No, I do know. I remember it sort of, kind of. But so anyway, we were ranting
real quick before we get into the next message. Let's reiterate. I tried to do this last night on my show, but apparently there wasn't one. I want you guys to remember, we got swag, and we are more than willing and happy to give that shit away. We've got a stack of PMVN t-shirts. We've got a stack of die-cut decals. They would look fucking absolutely awesome on the back of your bucket.
See if I can get the decal on the camera there. There you go. There's the decal there.
It is. It's a little blurry, I think. It's a little bit too forward, so it's out of focus. But remember, it's really fucking simple. All you got to do is follow Mr. Chad Villy over here. Follow on Twitter. It's at Chad Villy. Follow the PMVN Network's official Twitter, which is at Mr. Pimpy K. Like the Facebook.com/Pimpy K Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And then when that's all over, you'll send an email to radio@pimpyk.com and include your username, so that way we can have one of the producers dig through all this shit, figure out if you did do what the fuck it is you said you did. And if you did, guess what?
You get free shit.
We're going to send you some free shit.
There you go.
Or make you come and pick it up.
Everybody likes free shit.
And also, don't forget to include in there whether you want the t-shirt autographed and who you want it autographed by.
Yeah. Or if you want us to wear it and do jumping jacks for an hour and a half and sweat on it.
I have already been requested to wear the shirt first.
Whatever you want to do. We can do that
stripper
butt floss maneuver
thing. This has already happened. Somebody asked me if I would wear the fucking shirt first. They said they wanted it to smell like me.
Jesus Christ. Well, I found out recently they sell used panties in Japan. I think, Japan. So in Japan, in a freaking vending machine, you can buy used panties.
Absolutely. Obviously, you have never
say that
watched,
like it does not bother you at all.
Obviously, you have never watched Orange is the New Black, because in the latest season,
I do remember that.
She starts an enterprise with that shit, dude.
You're right.
Prison panties.
You're right. I did see that. I forgot. That's a great show.
And I hope it was .org for orgy.
Orgy.
Hey, motherfucker! I spell it any way I want.
Oh goodness! All right, so I'm gonna save
nice digression.
This segue. I'm gonna save my perception rant for the last segment of the show. Show's probably gonna run a little long tonight, kids, but fucking deal with it. You're not paying for it. We got to talk a little bit though with the breaking news. We're gonna go to the sports segment of the deal, because I'm a giant sports fan, and Mark Richt has been hired as the new coach of the Miami motherfucking Hurricanes. So let me put that into layman terms. You have a guy who was a Bobby Bowden product
in the SEC.
Who is a all about the character and the good, raising good, responsible young men, what have you, that kind of thing, which is good. That's awesome. Good for that. He struggled with that a bit at Georgia, because I think he leads the league in fucking arrest preseason every fucking year.
I don't know.
That's pretty good.
I saw a stat, and I'm pretty sure that is Florida.
Oh, that's right. I forget about that.
Matter of fact, Florida not only leads with arrests, they lead with convictions.
Well, and that's their biggest rival, so I can see that they're trying to battle over the most convictions. But so now he's going to the Hurricanes, who, let's face it, they can't shake the stigma for good reason of
being criminals.
Aaron Hernandez was a Florida guy, but where was he from?
Miami.
The Miami area.
Yep.
They just didn't get him. That was the only problem there. But Miami, at one point we thought they were going to get the death sentence like Southern Methodist University and have that entire program shut down. So now you got a guy coming in there.
Is it me, or is it still just weird seeing SMU play football?
Yeah, it is a little weird.
I feel like they still shouldn't be back after the shit they pulled.
Yeah, people that don't know, the only college program to have ever gotten the death sentence, as it's been nicknamed,
which is basically your football team goes away.
Yeah, I'll look up the exact terms of that, but basically they got the death sentence, which for all intents and purposes should have ended their fucking football program completely.
Well, I mean, it's an indefinite suspension of their football program. It's a term that's handed down by the NCAA. But here's the thing. Even though it's indefinite, the thing about indefinite, it means not forever. It means until we say otherwise.
Okay, here we go. I got it. Here we go. All right, so let me see if I can. This is about Wikipedia, so we know it's true, right?
That's right.
More or less.
It's only edited by every asshole that looks at it.
I could put anything on here so that everybody gets.
If it's on the interwebs, then that shit gotta be true.
I'm gonna add in here that every member of the team gets thumped in the nutsack. That's part of the stipulations. All right, so current criteria. All right, so bear with me just a moment. So this has been given more than once. I did not realize this. Evidently, the University of Kentucky basketball team got it in 1952.
Wow.
Southwestern Louisiana basketball got it in 73, and then the infamous one is the Southern Methodist University football team in 86.
That's the only one that really holds substance anyway.
Which,
let's be honest.
You can Wikipedia search this shit just like I can. Holy shit, they did some stuff at SMU.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of cars, houses, apartments, all that shit, man. They were spending money on their players. And really,
it was brutal.
Really, if you look at some of the the 20 for 20 that was put out for it and all of that, man, and or if you even just go out and you look at the teams that were under investigation at the time that they were handed down that sentence, they look like NFL fucking players too, man. Every single one of them. They're like 45-year-old
juiced to the tits, man. Yeah, they were so juiced they were aging daily.
Absolutely.
Because they had God knows what shot into their ass cheeks every day.
No shit. They did so much horse vitamins. They were equestrious.
Like every player basically got like a 6-pack of roids and prostitutes delivered to their door every day.
I should have went to
along with a straight A report card. Yeah, they did some fucked up SMU shit. I know, right?
Can you imagine one of those motherfuckers might be a doctor right now, and he didn't do a damn bit of his fucking homework.
I'd have been the baddest motherfucking kicker for SMU ever.
He's that one doctor that gives out steroids like it's nobody's business, dude. Talking about something, it don't matter what it is, They give it to you for like bronchial issues and shit, but man, my finger hurts. You need some steroids, motherfucker.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what you need, homie. You need some HGH, human growth hormone. Get you some testosterone replacement therapy.
No. Don't worry about getting new needles. Matter of fact, look at this red bucket over here. Just grab one of these.
I ain't used this but like 3 times today, man. Don't worry, the guy that uses this last is fucking huge.
We're all about sharing at this practice.
Well, you gotta, budget cost and whatever.
That's
you
right.
You gotta try to keep yourself in the black, but
exactly.
I don't see a definition exactly what it is, but basically, they for all intents and purposes, they take like all your scholarships, they shut down your program. You can't play in anything other than like a fucking 2-hand touch football game for like 42 years or some shit.
Right. Well,
it's brutal. It's fucking brutal.
Until you can prove that shit's been turned around. Like I'm sure.
Right.
Here's the thing though. The bad thing is that it wasn't just a hit for their football team. Once they took the hit, they were under NCAA sanctions.
Yeah, it fucks up your entire school.
Which means they lost the ability to. They lost scholarships for probably, if not all, most of their sports. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's almost like the death sentence for the football program wasn't hardcore enough. Like they still owed something. So to punish the administration that allowed these events to transpire.
Which at the end of the day is exactly who's responsible. You can't really hold responsible 19-year-old kids.
No, you start with the AD. I would think you. Well, actually, once it gets that bad, you got to go straight to the president.
Oh yeah, because everybody knows about that shit.
Right, exactly.
Especially as rampant as it was at SMU.
Especially how often they were at strip clubs and everything else.
Oh god, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They owned strip clubs.
That was like a regular thing.
I'm trying to find. I can't find a definition of it. So you know what? You guys got fucking Google. Look it up yourself. But it's it's fucked up.
Go ahead.
So anyways,
I'm gonna enroll into SMU real quick.
Yeah, you see if you can do it. I'm gonna go ahead and apply for a scholarship. But
I wonder if you get those benefits if you take the online classes.
Maybe they have some sort of remote campus incentive program.
That's right.
But so anyways, back to the point we were making.
I will sign up for Psychology B right now if I can have a hooker and a 12-pack of beer.
Well, obviously, I'll sign up for brain surgery, but. So
getting brain surgery or giving it?
Either or.
I mean, you're a giver and a taker. You kind of swing both ways.
Whichever way, man. I'm here to make things happen.
God forbid you have a definitive answer about anything, huh?
Nah. We deal in solutions. Remember that? It's the deal. We deal in solutions.
It's getting nasty.
But so anyways, back to the point we were trying to make. So you've got the Miami Hurricanes, who was the most recent, almost recipient of the death penalty, and there's definitely an argument to say that they deserved it. Because you had a guy that was in there doing the same thing, buying people cars, and
I think the one thing that they were able to to justify themselves. I think they actually did a good job proving that it didn't go up to a high level. It was really more.
Yeah, that was pretty contained.
Really more scouting team and stuff like that. Well, not scouting team. That's totally different. Well, no, scouts and stuff like that. It was kind of. I would even like to say that what's his name? The dude that wore the tie. Wasn't he there at the time all this shit happened? Maybe not.
It was the old guy. No, it was the really old guy. Right, I can't remember his fucking name now.
But you know that motherfucker didn't know what was going on. You know what I mean? Maybe he caught an air of it and didn't say anything.
I think he knew in the same sense that Paterno knew something was fucked up at Penn State, but he didn't dig into it intentionally. And you know what I'm saying?
I think. See, I have a totally different opinion about that, but I'll digress. For the sake of your show, I honestly think Joe Pa knew something happened and just thought it was handled the right way and just went about his business. You know what I mean? He's an old man. He came from an era where people touched people all the time and nobody really gave a shit, dude. Let's be honest.
Well, there's no doubt that he definitely came from an era of there's shit you just don't talk about.
Exactly.
And that, mom's
and
word.
I'm not saying that makes it right because we're talking about children.
No, it doesn't.
You know what I mean? I'd just murder a motherfucker if they touched one of mine. You know what I mean? So a lot of these guys got off really easy. But as far as Jerry Sandusky and the rest of that bullshit, it's I think what happened with Joe Paul was kind of sad because I honestly believe that in his heart he thought he did the right thing and this was over.
Yeah.
And for this to come, and that's what killed him. I mean, fuck. What was it? Like a year? Not even a year later. And
dude, it's like he retired and basically just started digging a hole.
Well, they took the one thing that was keeping him alive.
Yeah.
I mean, the motherfucker he's looked like the Crypt Keeper. Well, no, that was Al Davis. He's looked like a fucking skeleton for the last 20 years anyway.
Yeah. I mean, kind of a fat skeleton. But I see your point.
Touch one peepee and look what happens.
Larry Coker.
Fucking pee-pee touchers.
So Larry Coker was present. I think there may have been another coach as well, but Larry Coker was definitely present during the time this fucking douchebag who ran basically a pyramid scheme is how he made his money and somehow infiltrated the Miami Hurricanes ranks and was hooking up players with blow and hookers and cars and whatever the fuck else he wanted because he was the fucking douchebag, much like the Southern Cal.
But now I feel like going to the U.
It's between them and SMU right now. But
this is how scouts should fucking scout. This is how you should recruit.
But that
is how some of them recruit. That's actually the sad part.
But after the shit that they went through, they hire Randy Shannon. Is it Randy? Yeah, Randy Shannon. They hire him. He's a guy who's supposed to be a character builder guy and blah blah blah. But he couldn't get it turned around. And if you think Mark Richt's going to, I'm not saying he can't do it. I'm saying that I don't think there's any way in hell that the Miami Hurricane faithful are going to be okay with being really shitty for the next fucking 8 years while he tries to completely revamp a completely fucked up program.
Once students get adequated with a certain quality of life and a certain routine.
We're going to say quality of life, but
you can't just bring in a Tony Robbins to give some type of
exactly
feet, beachfront.
Nobody wants to see your giant teeth and your bullshit fucking catchphrases.
Rise to the occasion type of speech with some fruity ass classical music playing in the background. They're not going to respond to that. They're gonna say and they're gonna say Hurricanes on 3 and all of that shit, and then the very next day they're gonna start fucking hookers again.
It all sounds great, and everybody cheers and they go, okay, hey, well, we're doing this new thing. We're turning over the new leaf, so you can't do blow off of the dead hooker's ass anymore. And they're gonna go, oh wait, no, I didn't sign up for that.
But you got to imagine that part of the culture was team now, party later. As in we act like the world is right. That's the rule. If you want to be a part of this, the world is fucking right. Now, there was probably a couple great talents on there that said fuck this, kept their nose to the ground.
Oh, they had some absolute studs. Yeah.
I mean, they had some absolute studs that took part in this.
I mean, Ray Lewis came from that fucking era, I believe.
Murdered somebody.
Yeah, allegedly stabbed somebody a couple times. I'm sure it happens.
But he only stabbed them until he died, so it was okay, right?
It wasn't like he tried to go over the top and
He took him out quick. The guy didn't suffer. So I mean,
one of the saddest days of my life was
let him have a full career in the NFL
when
and a broadcasting career.
When Ray Lewis left the fucking NFL, it was the worst day of my life because I could no longer talk about their stabbing defense or his penetrating efforts. I mean, that was the fucking greatest shit I loved about watching him play football.
What is it with ex-NFL players with gaps going into broadcasting too, man? Those are the type of guys that when they smile, I don't know if I want to smile back or kick field goals.
Yeah,
I know.
What I'm saying? I'm trying to follow that Letterman trend. I heard Michael Irvin.
What's the guy that took over fucking Regis' job from the Steelers?
Oh, fucking Strahan.
Dude. that's like the worst gap in the history of gaps.
But he has turned out to be the most.
No.
He's the most metrosexual fucking NFL player that has ever walked the fucking face of the earth.
That dude is a character, man. He actually does a really good job.
No, he's good. He's very good at it.
Like when you saw his interviews and stuff during his playing years and everything, and then a little bit of stuff he does. And here's another thing I've always wanted to know, and I won't get too far off topic. What is it?
Bullshit.
Is there one specific training that black athletes go to before they go into broadcasting that tells them all they must hold their hands like this while they're doing an interview?
There's got to be, because you see it a lot.
Yeah. I don't see white people doing that shit. It's like they go to a training for black athletes. I honestly believe this, and I'm not being racist by any means. That says you must hold the sideways pyramid with your fingers in order to be taken seriously in the world of broadcasting.
The best is the guys that still talk with it, because they do this. And I think the idea is to keep it here, but they still do this maneuver. You need to realize.
Here's the idea, and I know what it is because I've heard this before. The idea is you don't want your hands too busy because you don't want to take focus off of what's going on and what's being said.
Or you should do like me and just surf porn while you talk.
I think it's completely okay to put your, it's sort of like the old military respect thing, how they keep their hands behind their back. Right. Just fucking put your hands in your pocket. You know what I mean? Or people put their hands in their coat pockets all the fucking time. Or just stand there holding your wrist.
But you get a guy like Strahan, which, like you said, he does great on. Was it Today Show? Is that what he's on?
Whatever it was that
Good Morning America. Whatever
Regis Philbin had. He took over for fucking one of the legendary fucking daytime talk show hosts.
But he's good. He's very good at what he does. Ray Lewis has a commentator. I'm not sure if he's with ESPN or who, but I know for a fact that Michael Irvin works for the NFL Network. And Michael Irvin, even when he was completely clear-minded after doing an 8-ball, has never been able to make a fucking sentence worth of shit in his entire fucking life. And now he has a commentator's job. Next to who? Deion fucking Sanders. Deion Sanders, very talented. Words, not really his thing.
No, that's like Roy Jones Jr. He's never been
love
really
the guy. Hometown boy, love him.
Absolutely.
Do not want to hear him talk.
No, I mean, actually, I do. I like to hear those people talk. And it
just makes me feel better about myself, but yeah.
Well, no. Like, I'll tell you this. Roy, he definitely isn't a wordsmith. Like, can you imagine Jameis Winston getting a job in broadcasting?
And it'll probably fucking happen. It'll probably happen.
Can you imagine, like I don't know, let me just say, like calling out a traffic accident on the news or something? He didn't stop at the stop sign, and he said, "If I'm not going to stop, I'm going to do it, and I'm going to do it big." And then he hit the 18-wheeler, and bodies went everywhere, and we going to do it like we do this. Semino go do it.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Have you seen the SNL skit?
I'm about Jameis.
No, they do one. I know they do one about Ray Lewis, and they have Ray Lewis doing his commentating, and they'll ask Ray Lewis like pressing subjects, like, what do you feel about the use of steroids in the NFL? And he go, kids have to go to school. And in order for those kids to go to school, we got to have a school bus. Now, that school bus is going to show up. The kids are on the corner. They get on the school bus. They go to school. And they'll come back to him a few minutes later like, well, what do you think about the, there seems to be a lot of domestic violence with NFL players. And he's like, maybe I'm not being clear. The school bus shows up. And it's completely just nonsense the entire fucking time. It's fucking hilarious.
You know what that kind of reminds me of? Ask me a question and then just be like, I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah, that's pretty much what. You know what? That's why I love Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn, what do you think about? He's like, listen, I'm just here because they told me I had to be. Yep. And that's it.
And here's the funny thing: they technically cannot fine him because he was there.
He's meeting the requirements,
and he answered the question. He responded to their question with a non-question.
Yeah, it's like that sneaker thing in the Super Bowl. He wanted to wear those gold cleats, and they told him he couldn't wear them, and he fought it. But once it came down to it, and he knew he couldn't legally make it happen, he was like, all right. So then he painted like the bottom of them gold or some shit.
Right. So I think he still got fined for that.
I think he did. Yeah, I think he did. But anyways,
doesn't he hold the record? He holds the record for the most fines, I think, doesn't he?
Oh, he's got to be right up there.
Because when you do multiple when you commit multiple infractions of the same infraction multiple times,
they compound it. Yeah,
it increases each time. So if it was 20,000 the first time, it's going to be 80,000 the next time, then 16,000. And
if that guy would have copyrighted the term beast mode when it first fucking started.
Does he not own that?
I don't think he does. I want to say that I heard that somebody else fucking snagged it. But Jesus Christ, how many times a day do you hear beast mode? But anyways, we're raining. We're going to come back, guys. We're running super long tonight because we got a lot of shit to say. It is what it is. Deal with it.
So the show's going to be a little bit over an hour. Who gives a fuck?
It's going to be over an hour.
This is a good show.
Because I still have to get off on this perception thing that's fucking pissing me off.
If you were watching the Pimpy Cast, it would have ended about 45 minutes ago.
3 seconds after it started. Yeah. But
I would love to have.
Let's go ahead. You got the next break fired up. We good for that? Can we do that?
No, we're not. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll give you a minute.
Get captivated. I wish you would have gave me a little bit more warning than that.
Yeah, I could have. We could have like fucking plans and shit, but we're not going to. But I'll tell you what. I'll tease what I'm going to talk about.
Go ahead and tease it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just go ahead and do
continue to talk so I can't tease.
Well, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to slowly start bringing up. I'm going to go ahead and bust over to the "We'll Be Back" screen.
Alrighty.
And then go ahead and keep talking to them. And
when the going gets tough, we'll
tell you
quit the bitching.
We're done.
It's the deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
We'll be back, bitches. You're listening to The Deal with Villarreal.
Or we won't. I mean, we're
you're
still trying
still
to
listening to me.
Well, I'm gonna keep on talking to them until I can get something going on because I believe dead air
is fun. Oh no, that's not what you're going for. Awkward, awesome. I don't know.
All
Whatever
right.
word.
This is the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. We'll be back, guys.
What's up, my sweet babies? It's Chad, the real deal Villarreal. Come check me out on my show, The Deal, exclusively on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network. We're going to be on Mondays and Wednesdays, 8 p.m. Central. We're going to make sure you get some help with your problems, make sure you get the accolades you deserve for all your accomplishments, and make sure that every fart and or dick joke gets broadcast to the world. Yo, Special Ed, tell these motherfuckers where to find me.
The Deal with Villarreal, Monday and Wednesday nights at 8 on PMVN Radio.
The disciples came to him privately. Tell us, they said, when will this happen? And what will be the sign of your coming and of the end of the age? We hear of wars and rumors of wars, but the end is still to come. Nation will rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There will be famines and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of earth pains.
It was 1981, the cusping of the Taurus, devilish creature creeping through the forest. A chorus could be heard, a message through the thunder, blinded by the pain that's yet to be discovered. Fumbled in a madness and born without compassion, fashion to a world of evil, just imagine. Tyranny awaits the fates of fallen soldiers, colder than the history that's been recorded. Folded in the mist and evil has arrived, as the crust opens up and swallows you alive, as the seas start to boil, accumulated storming, swarming in your face and base the global warming. Coming from the beast that's born the Middle East, is a future fire burns impossible to seize. And teaching really children buried on the fire, molded from the lies of propaganda fires. Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the pasture, faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away from me. Towers of the temple reach into the heavens, as the seals are broken, spoken by their reverence. Incredible forces forced into the motion, the holiest of potions find the bell horses. Demons bring the action, deadliest of factions, setting up waves of massive chain reactions. Ashes to ashes, blasted from the brass, a flash of evil flashes, crash into the masses, dash into the pits, unholy lake of fire, captured by the chill and sound of devil's choir. Bowing to his higher, the prince of demons fire, cast the first stone and take the empire. All the people that reside of those we left alive will thrive and abide in the kingdom we revive. From the top of the mountains down into the valleys, bottom of the ocean in the city alleys, with a seal of the charter I can rewrite the story. Raise my left hand and bask in the glory. Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the pasture, faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters. Run away from me. The towers of the temple reach into the heavens, as the seals are broken, spoken by their reverence.
Run quick, kid, got a gun, 6 clips. I done hit this bitch in front of witnesses, and son, get this shit. I'ma flip a stolen brick, rip a hole, penetrate, then grip a couple licks. And if it to be in this is just a vision of a god, I'ma get mine or die, trying hitting on the side. Soldiers know the logo, throw the toe at the fucking city. It just goes to show that folks don't know the TOC be grit.
It's the temple rising, folks dying, crying, trying to survive on the sides and constructs. Y'all fuck when you see me, no luck, better duck when the 3 feet into dimensions intended on privilege, switching your bodies from solid to liquid to gases. The match when I flash and crash out the earth and the dirt, carving ashes.
Then you will be handed over to be persecuted and put to death, and you will be hated by all nations because of me. At that time, many will turn away from the faith and betray and hate each other. And many false prophets will appear and deceive many people. Because of the increase of wickedness, the love of most will grow cold. And then the end will come.
Run away from me. Natural disasters won't conceal the pasture, faster than evil flows through the veins of your masters.
What's up, kids? We're back. This is The Deal with Villarreal, joined by the mastermind behind the board over here, Pimpy K. And he's...
my alarm was going
I was
off.
going to say he just got some digits. I don't know what's happening over there. But
it was response for the interwebs.
So we're going to... show's running a little long. We're sorry, or you're welcome, however you want to look at that. But I've got a rant that I have to go on.
I likes it.
It's the one
likes
thing,
it a lot.
The one thing I had to go off on today, because this truly and deeply pisses me off.
Is this the thing that you teased at the very beginning of the show? Or yeah, we just now getting into this?
We're just now getting to it, yeah.
Awesome.
We had some other shit going on. What are you going to do?
Let's hear it, man. Let's hear it.
All right, I'm going to start this off by reading a definition. This is courtesy of dictionary.com. And it is the definition for the word perception. So, oh, wait, never mind. That's not the fucking one. Hold on.
Before we get started, should I...
Yeah, go ahead, because I just realized I fucked up.
Well, that's fine, but before we get started, should I tell you what I think? So, if I see what you're doing, if I understand correctly, you're...
Which I haven't really told you, but yeah.
No, you haven't, but I'm guessing that you're going to tell me that the definition of perception is actually totally different than what that is that everybody expects it to be, or is this...
No. I think...
Am I killing the spot?
No, you're not. You're not. The perception as a word. So I'm looking. I don't understand this fucking website, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna read this anyway. Fuck it. This backfired immediately. But
your typewriter with a TV on is broken.
Immediate or intuitive recognition or appreciation as of moral, psychological, or aesthetic qualities, insight, intuition, discernment.
Right.
So I know that most of our listeners will have to Google all the words I just said. And that's fine.
Our listeners are fucking
geniuses. We love you anyway.
You don't give them enough credit.
But I don't. I'm a dick. But here's my kicker with this, and this is something that I've dealt with.
Smart people stay up till 11 o'clock watching.
Exactly, right? When they have to get up and
two guys on the internet touch themselves under the table. We're wearing no pants, too. I don't know if I've told anybody that yet.
You didn't have to tell them that part, But here's my kicker with perception. This is the reason I'm bringing this up.
This is part of my skirt right here.
I have
no panties underneath.
I've had a lot of struggles throughout my mainly my professional career, but also my personal life with issues of perception. And basically, to put this in a nutshell, what would happen? So I like to be blunt. You like to be. You're a blunt person. That's why we get along.
No, let's not get that confused with smoking blunts, because I actually do not do that.
Right. That is a separate thing. But well, you're a crack guy, and I get that. But here's my kicker with perception. So I like to be blunt. This is my fucking nutshell of a perfect world. If everybody was a lot less sensitive and a lot more honest, I think the world would be a better place. And let me give you an example. So instead of saying, okay, I need to tell Tom that he fucking sucks at his job and he smells like a goat's asshole, and we need to address that because it's really upsetting the clients. But you can't say that. So what they do is they go in and go, okay, hey, Tom, hey, we really appreciate what you've been doing. You're doing great. We got you a gift basket. It's mainly just an assortment of soaps and shampoos. No reason. We just thought maybe that would be fun for you to have. We bought you a clawfoot bathtub as well, and also a subscription to a car wash that you can walk through. You don't have to drive a car. We're not saying that you stink, Tom. It's not what we're saying. We're just saying maybe these things would be fun for you to have.
We got you some of these beautiful pine tree odorizers for your car. They're not for your car. We actually think it'd be better if you just rub them on your armpits a little bit.
Cram one in your ass crack every now and then. I don't know. You know, and we're not saying you suck at your job, but maybe like before you do something, think about what you want to do and do the exact opposite all the time.
And we're not the gum. That's not because your breath stinks. That's because we just figured you like to chew on things.
You have a very defined jaw. We want to help you train it.
I'm really getting into this sensitive thing. I like the way this is going.
Isn't it fun?
It makes me feel better as a person.
Now, let's redo that scenario in Chad's perfect world.
Jesus Christ.
Tom, what's happening, man?
You're going to ruin it.
Tom, I like you, man. You're a good dude. I do genuinely like you. You suck at your job. And I'm going to fire you if you do not immediately stop what you're doing. By the way, you smell like you died 14 years ago, and that's upsetting. I don't like it. Nobody else likes it. I don't know. Do you not have water? You can shower in the sink in the bathroom, bro. Something. I think that my version of that gets to a solution a lot faster than hoping that Tom takes those soaps and rubs them everywhere.
I think.
Do you see am I making a point
absolutely. Here? Absolutely, and I agree with you. But for all intents and purposes, I agree with you. You know, the only issue I have is that I wish things were that cut and dry, because the bigger the company,
love it, yeah.
The bigger the company you work for, the more impossible that becomes, because
absolutely
the bigger of a target you are as far as litigation goes. You tell a motherfucker he stinks, they can sue and win.
Right, absolutely.
Fuck, we live in a day and age where you can break into somebody's house, slip and fall on a knife,
and sue them,
and win
sue the fuck out
and fucking win. What
there,
the fuck was that knife doing there? That knife should have been there. I came in honestly to steal your shit. And you fucking just left the knife there? What the fuck? Were you trying to kill me?
A few years ago, there was a guy that I want to say it was Texas, but I can't swear to that.
Fuck, they probably paid in taxes too.
It was an elderly woman, and a guy tried to break into her house. He fell through a skylight, landed on a kitchen island that had a butcher block on it.
Yep.
He got cut by the glass and by the knives that were on the table, and sued her and won. Not only was she not allowed to press charges against him, she had to pay him some like absorbent amount of money.
Yep.
Because he was a fucktard and sucked at being a burglar.
As part of the suit, since it was declared at the beginning, it was that no litigation could be brought, no criminal charges could be brought against him.
Yeah, that was part of his...
As a result of the trial.
Yeah.
That was... because initially, she was... here's what happened, and we might have to look this up, but I believe... he did go to jail. Like, he got out of prison.
Yeah, they arrested him. Yeah,
he got arrested.
Went to the hospital, then went to jail, yeah.
And it originally started out as a case where he didn't think he should have to pay the restitution.
Right.
Because he had to pay all these hospital bills, blah, blah. Well, the lawyer he got obviously kicked so much fucking ass.
Yeah, that guy was a fucking sniper.
Not only did he not have to pay restitution, but he didn't have to go to prison. He didn't have to do shit.
Yeah.
Dude, B&E, man, that's even if you're a first-time offender, I mean, that's prison time.
That's a straight up felony, right? Like first class felony, right?
No, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's got to be. Yeah.
You're going into and especially if somebody was in the house at the time. Fuck.
Right.
You know what she should have done as a counter suit was said, "Fuck, my cat was in the house." I mean, that's just as ridiculous as what his fucking suit was.
My
and
cat
obviously
to get
this fucking
counseling,
idiot judge.
so.
It was Texas. Did you say it was Texas?
I'm pretty sure it was Texas, which is what shocked me because I was like,
I don't see
usually
Texas
you can murder a motherfucker in Texas.
I'm on the fence. I feel like I don't see Texas doing that, but at the same
no,
time,
it doesn't fit their
Texas.
character. It doesn't fit their character.
No,
but
Texas.
They do crazy shit.
Everything is bigger in Texas, including the loons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, but let me get back to my point, because this is not just a fucking headache for me.
I do not like the way that you digress when I'm in the middle of bombing on the show. Yeah. Will you let me just hit rock bottom? Because once I get there, there's only fucking.
All right, guys, I'm gonna take like an 8-minute nap. Pimpy K does this shit over here. Oh, sorry.
Don't forget to tune in next Tuesday. It's 7 o'clock Central Standard Time for the Pimpy Cast right here on BMVN.
You guys have to. You got to tune in next Tuesday. The deal comes to you Monday and Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. The Pimpy Cast is. Are we sticking with 7? Are you sticking with 7?
Well, I kind of want to move it to 8. The only problem I have is that
right now you're just getting raped by life when it comes to.
No. It's not that. My voiceover guy already came in and did a bunch of 7 o'clock Central Standard Time voiceovers. So
good old special ed.
I'll stick with 7. I don't have a problem sticking with 7. There's really no logistical issues with it. There's just logistical issues with everything else.
Right.
I don't blame 7 o'clock as being the problem. I just have a bunch of gremlins, and I got to figure out where the fuck they're coming from. But
we don't know who to blame yet, but somebody's paying.
Last thing I'll say before I give you the floor back, I mean, this is your show after all, and I do apologize for taking up your time. Good. We will be reshooting the Pimpy Cast episode number 8 tomorrow night.
Okay, sweet, awesome.
We're still gonna have Hatchet Head, or the PMVN featured artist of the week,
nice.
And we're gonna try to get that all off the ground. And I'm gonna be honest with you, we're gonna all start early. If things are not going good under testing, we'll just pre-record that's clipping.
And there it is.
There it is. We're back. Okay.
The gremlins are back.
No, but see, I just brought up the Pimpy Cast. That's what it was. Okay. So
you said Pimpy Cast and immediately went fucking shithouse. Yeah.
Let me see if we dropped any frames here. Just gotta do.
Bear with us, kids, while we fight through the technical difficulties. It's growing pains. It's all good.
We dropped 600. That's not too bad, and they probably all happened right there, so not a big deal. So go ahead and continue on. We ain't got very much longer to go on the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you guys. I'm gonna cut you guys loose, but yeah, do not forget Mondays and Wednesdays is the deal with Villarreal, myself right here, and then Pimpy K's got the Pimpy Cast on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. with an exception of this Thursday. He's gonna reshoot what was my understanding to be a great episode that a lot of us didn't get to hear, which sucks. But again, we started this shit from fucking zero. And this guy put in a shit ton of work, and it's not much to ask you to click onto a button one more time. Don't be a fucking asshole. Listen to the show.
I think I'm going to make a requirement here as the owner of PMVN Media
Indeed.
LLC, that you have to be here from now on for the Pimpy Cast. You don't have to be on the show.
You think it's me?
I think you
I just got to be in the room?
Here. Yeah, I think that...
I'm your good luck troll.
I think the equipment just has an affliction for you. And
it's possible, man. It's possible. I'd have a weird power about me.
And once it heard me talking about my show on your show, it started fucking up.
It was like, oh, is he leaving? Oh, fuck this shit. No, we're going to fuck this guy up right now. But I'm going to wrap it up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to shoot for. I'm looking at my clock, guys. It's 9:16. I know you guys all have to go cook some Totino pizza rolls.
Keep in mind we started 4 minutes
get back
after
in
8.
Get back in your mom's basement and do whatever it is you do, you weird fucking freaks. But here's my thing with perception, guys. The amount of out of context bullshit that happens. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I'm gonna give you a list, by the way. We're gonna close out the show. I'm gonna tell you this. I want to give some suggested. People do suggested reading. I'm gonna give you some suggested subscriptions you should listen to on podcast. Long past of the days of trying to be the cool kid in high school where being smart wasn't cool. You need to fucking get smarter. You need to all the shit we talk about a lot of problems that's going on, around this fucktard in South California. All this other bullshit, blah, 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 blah. Be informed. Be educated. It's not cool to be fucking stupid.
No,
get your head out of your fucking ass. Quit being a bitch and fucking learn something. You know what? You know what muscle you don't strengthen in the motherfucking gym, asshole?
The brain.
Your motherfucking brain, you dumb, ignorant cunt. Stop it.
Get the nugget right.
Fucking angry. Anyways,
you ain't shit without a strong nugget.
Sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit.
No, that's fucking badass.
But
you know who said that
But no, take
best?
care of your body, too. I get that, but just don't be a fucking idiot.
You know who said that best, man? Was fucking Ashton Kutcher.
I kind of thought I nailed it.
Do you remember?
Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah, dude.
Holy fucking shit.
I shit you not. That dude.
I'm about to yank the plug on the show myself.
First of all, that dude's a fucking super intelligent dude. Listen to this.
He is. He just doesn't show it.
No, that's bullshit, dude. Listen to me. He was like the Teen Choice Award, like person, the teens voted him in, blah blah blah,
right?
Because he was sexy, essentially, right?
He did beg me.
And he came out. But listen to me. He came out with this fucking speech, and I want you to look this up. It was fucking immaculate. And he came out, and he was talking about basically he was like this. You want to know what sexy is? I'll explain to you what sexy. And if anybody knows what sexiness is, I know what sexiness is.
Holy shit.
And
hey, I give you my word. Monday we're gonna fucking dissect that fucking speech. I'm gonna find that bitch.
Right. And he was like,
I love to be wrong, so I want to be wrong on this.
And he goes, I'll tell you exactly what sexiness is. Let's start first with how I got to where I'm at. Do you know what success and sexiness is? It's hard fucking work.
Yeah, he definitely worked his nuts off.
And you want to know what the primogen and the full constraint and construction of sexiness is? Intelligence.
And banging Mila Kunis.
I mean, well,
it doesn't hurt.
Did he ever actually? I know he was on the show.
Yeah, he impregnated her, dude.
Really?
Yeah, they just had a baby.
Oh, this is recent?
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
That's when I dropped my membership to her fan club. I was like, you bitch.
Damn, that body is ruined.
You bitch.
She's got that disease. Nobody told me that.
But I give you my word.
Is Selena Gomez knocked up yet? Because that would just break my fucking heart.
No, I don't think so. But yeah, I'm gonna look that up, man. I tell you, we were talking about
Wizard and her Waverly. No,
okay, shit, just got weird. So
you can tell I have kids because that doesn't make sense to anybody that doesn't.
But yeah, no, we were talking about reading and the list I'm gonna give you, and I'm gonna get back to my point and wrap this shit up here in just a second.
I just fucked your show up. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what you're here for. But so you also make it happen and you fuck it up at the same time, so it's kind of give and take, yin and yang.
I told you, it's jealousy that my show won't work.
But another thing is being right all the fucking time is not a good thing, because when you're right, all you get out of that is like a little nut fluff, and your ego gets to swell for a second, and you get to look like a douchebag. Yeah, but when you're wrong, you know what happens when you're wrong? You fucking learn something.
Right. There's definitely a certain amount, even if you know, just shut your mouth. Because there's only really a certain amount of being right that's good. Because once you cross the threshold of being right too much, then you're just a fucking pretentious prick.
Exactly. Yeah, keep your mouth shut. You learn a lot more by listening than fucking running your yapper. But anyways, let me wrap up this perception.
Because you might as well start twisting your mustache and growing a weird beard.
And stroking your weird hairless kitty like fucking Dr. Evil.
Right, because you're pretty much a hipster at that point.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Do not get me started on hipsters right now.
Every one of them is a know-it-all, though, isn't he?
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, they've all got the plan to fix everything.
Matter of fact, they're not even a know-it-all. They're the worst of them all. They're the one-upper.
With your coiffed hair and your full beard, your skinny jeans and your plaid shirt. I just want to fucking choke you to death.
Fucking mustache wax.
Which I'm saying, man, I mean, express yourself however you want to. Just don't be a fucking asshole about it, please.
There's people in poor countries sitting in the dark that could just have candles made out of that mustache
They'd
wax.
be happy to eat that mustache. I think I got sidetracked. Hold on. Did I fuck that up? Did I fuck that up? Okay.
Perfect.
But my perception kick here, kids, I'm going to wrap this up. So I've got a lot of shit about perception because of my bluntness. I get a lot of shit for it. And people go, oh, we have to understand that so-and-so perceives that as... So here's my challenge to everyone. And you see it all the time with out-of-context comments in media. Somebody says something. Like we were joking around earlier. We were talking about slave cylinders and whatever. You take something out of context, and then they go, oh, well, the perception of that is this. The perception of that is. Here's my challenge to fucking the world. When it comes to perception, take a second before you hear a green light word like slave or spick or nigger. Oh. It's not a reason to fucking freak out, you dumb asshole.
I hope they put the billboard outside of your house and not mine.
It's going to be. I already rented the space. But I got a really good picture, though. You got to see it. But, so anyways, my point is, take a second. When you hear something outlandish, when you hear that somebody very intelligent says something very stupid, you're like, oh, my God, I can't believe this person said that. I can't believe that this person, of all people, Meryl Streep just got shit because she had a T-shirt on that said, I'd rather be a rebel than a slave. And she got shit for it because it had the word slave on it. And people were saying,
also had the word rebel in it.
And they were like, you don't understand what that is. And what it was a quote from a lady, and I fucking forgive me, Google machine it. It was a 1913 speech about women's rights.
You and what you think the internet is.
You dickholes have the computer just like I do. I can look it up.
Use the Google machine. You're like an 80-year-old man. Use the Google machine.
I love the Google machine.
Type it into the typewriter with the TV connected to it.
You're ruining my point. But my point is that Meryl Streep took a lot of shit for that, for having the word slave on it, when it was actually a quote from a 1913 speech by a woman about women's rights. It had nothing to do with slaves at all. Right. Any more than me saying the slave cylinder. Don't be a fucktard. When you see something that seems outlandish, it's probably outlandish. Because there's a bunch of assholes who have made very lucrative careers, Huffington Post, about finding things in context and then ripping them out of that context and writing a giant article on it and getting all you fucking idiots that like to tag hashtags on shit and making a big deal about it. And you know what that does for progress? It fucking stunts it. It neuters it. It kills it. Because now we have to spend the next 6 months talking about this fucked up issue that doesn't exist because it wasn't an issue. Meryl Streep doesn't hate on black people. She's not a racist. She doesn't degrade slaves.
And let's be honest. Every race, creed, and religion has been enslaved at one time or another.
Yeah. And do you know how many of my relatives I know of that own slaves? 0. Do you know how many of my black friends know any of their relatives that were slaves? 0. It was a long time ago.
Most of them were probably related to a U.S. president, though.
Yeah, I'm
somewhere in the 1800s.
I'm not. Jefferson did some work.
1800s.
Jefferson definitely did some work in-house. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But
I can't believe we didn't have a President Jones yet. That just doesn't make sense.
I can't believe it took till Jefferson to somebody to figure that shit out.
We're getting a billboard, man. I can see it already. We are so getting a
billboard. Brazil is going to burst into flames. But guys, I'm not trying to downgrade what slaves went through. We do seriously. But Jefferson did some motherfucking work.
That's good shit.
And every president before him and after him, for that matter, until Jefferson Clinton. Coincidence? I think not.
Well, he is considered the first black president.
Yeah.
He not?
He did some fucking work, man. I'm just saying.
You saw that movie.
I love Dave Chappelle's thing about it. They say, people give him shit because Monica Lewinsky was fat. He said, powerful men fuck women that are close to him.
That's right.
So he poked his head out the door and went, you, come here.
Yeah, you.
Bring those cigars with you.
That's a really good Clinton.
That wasn't bad.
I didn't know you had it in you.
I did not either.
Neither did Monica.
She knew. Oh, no, she knew. And she had that dress for evidence, my man.
That was an executive decision. That's none of our business.
It's
above our pay grade, sir.
Presidential secretions. But guys, I think we've gone long enough on this episode of the deal. Let's wrap this shit up, guys. We thank you so much. I cannot stress enough. Please hit me up, Villarreal at pimpyk.com, at Chad Villy. I swear to you, the fucking Facebook and other shit's coming too. But hit us up, man. Questions, comments, whatever you got. We want to hear it. Positive,
you
negative.
You guys can hit him up on Twitter, Chad Villy. It's at Chad Villy.
That's it.
You can also get a hold of him with the official PMVN, which is at Mr. Pimpy K. You can hit him up, Villarreal at pimpyk.com. And of course,
and all of it's at pimpyk.com. You can find all that shit.
Absolutely. If you go to the radio section at pimpyk.com, you can everything you need to get a hold of anybody. We've got all of our profiles, all of our contacts, everything you need to know.
A really bad picture of me sitting at a table.
Actually, dude, yeah, well, no, the one I chose was the one. It was the best one.
I don't doubt that, but
you know what's funny is
I don't photograph well, man.
It was everybody else's best picture I've ever seen, and the fact that I used my phone to do them, they look actually like they were taken professionally, don't they?
No, they're dope. It's not a bad quality picture.
People that were playing pool were laughing at us like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
we had a fucking fake.
You take a picture of a donkey's asshole, it looks like a donkey's asshole. I'm not blaming you.
Is it okay if I just replace your picture with a donkey asshole? At least then I wouldn't hear you bitch.
I am not mad at that.
All right, wrap this up.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for hanging to the deal. This has been episode 2. We'll be back Monday and next Wednesday, 8 o'clock Central. Don't forget my boy, Pimpy K. He's got the Pimpy Cast. He's going to be coming at you this Thursday, special edition. And then next Tuesday, 7 o'clock this Thursday as well. Correct?
Yeah, why not?
All right, there you go. 7 o'clock Thursday. That's a one-time deal. And then next Tuesday, he'll be back with his normal scheduled time, barring any gremlins. But thanks so much for hanging out with us. Hit us up. We want to hear from you. This has been The Deal. I'm Villarreal. He's Pimpy K. We out.
All right, guys. This is the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.
It's The Deal with Villarreal on the Pimpy K Multiverse Network.